Over the last 3 years, I've gone on that journey where I'm working with these small, tiny creators, and I've worked up to the largest creators in the world. I'm 19 years old. In fact, I've just turned 19. It's my birthday today, 19th January. And up to this point, I've made around a little over 100k from editing. And just because of how business works, it's all exponential, right? It's like, oh, for loads of time, you barely make anything, and then you make like $5, $10, and then like you basically make nothing for such a long time, and then when it explodes, it really explodes. So recently, I've been having like several 10k months. In fact, my first 10k month was a little over a year ago, December 2022. Yeah, 2022. And the journey that I've been on has been amazing. And there's gonna be one mistake that I think you're probably gonna fall into, and I see so many editors falling into, and I'd hate for you to be one of them. So I'm gonna share that with you today. If you're like me, then you probably got into editing as a hobby or a side thing where it's like, oh, if I make a bit of money, it's fine. Or maybe you're like me where you completely didn't even think there was money in editing. But either way, you probably didn't get into this with the formal route of, oh, I'm gonna work with this big company and then I'm working under them as a video editor or social media manager. Like you probably got into it almost by accident, and now you're realizing that wait, there's actually like money in this. There's people making a fuck ton of money as freelance editors. And because of how we started, naturally we never learned like the whole taxes bit, the contracts, all these different like formal documents, bro. Like this is my first year that I'm actually filing taxes. The years before, it's like I didn't even know how to fucking do it, bro. School didn't teach me shit. And as you are going on in your editing journey, one of the main contracts that you're going to run into are NDAs. NDAs, what they stand for is non-disclosure agreement. And I'm not a fucking lawyer, so I'll put it into like kind of layman terms, kind of simple terms for you to understand. All it means is that there's going to be certain things in that contract that they talk about that you're not allowed to share, that you're not allowed to say in public. You can imagine, I'm speaking with guys with 1 million, 10 million, 20 million, 30 million subscribers. There are guys that don't want to share their information. Sometimes it's things like not sharing their assets. Sometimes it's, oh, this one retention technique that we use, make sure you don't tell anyone. Sometimes it's that whole working relationship. So I'm literally like not able to say that I work with this person. So every NDA is different, but there are certain terms, there's certain things that you want to look out for, especially as you're growing, that could genuinely fuck you over long term. So let me run you through how it kind of might go down. So you're speaking to this client, you're saying that, oh, can you do this style, how much are we paying for, and everything like that, right? And they're gonna send you over an NDA. This isn't gonna be all clients, it's gonna be rare. In fact, it's not gonna be every single one of them, but they are going to send you this contract and they're gonna just expect you to sign it. What most editors do here is they think they don't have a choice. They think that, oh, if I want to work with them, then I have to have this NDA. But what the higher level editors understand is that with these NDAs, we can negotiate them. Just like how we negotiate prices, and if the style is getting more advanced, then we'll increase the price. If the deadline's shorter, then we'll increase prices. If there's an NDA, we have that as leverage to increase prices. So you can say that, oh, if there's an NDA, I'm going to charge a bit more. If you're like really new, then this isn't going to be happening right now. You're not going to have as much leverage, as much like power in the conversation to say you want to charge. But even with the actual terms inside of the agreement, so, oh, the working relationship, so you can't share that you're working together, or can we just get rid of that? You can ask the client to kind of make changes to the contract. So it's really important that you actually read that shit through, because bro, I've been signing shit when I was younger, when I was like 17ish, when I started working with like a few larger guys. That was when I was signing shit without even thinking. I would still post a preview, I'd still put it on my portfolio, and then they would send me a message asking me to take it down. So you don't want to be put in a situation like that, not even because they'd sue you. Honestly, most people are scared that they're gonna get sued if they break an NDA. You're probably not. You're a fucking kid. Like, even if you're like 17, this is not me saying like break the contract. This is not legal advice or whatever I need to say, but you breaking the contract isn't even because you're gonna get sued. It's more the working relationship that you're tarnishing, and it's not a good look for your name to be ruined in the community, where it's like, oh yeah, that's the guy that I gave a fucking contract to, a legal document, and he broke it without asking me. It's like, you don't want to have that name in the community. So of course, if you do sign an NDA, follow it. But better yet, the advice I'd actually give you, which you might not have heard before, which might go against convention, but I don't think you should sign them at all. I actually think you would be much better off if you had a client who was offering an NDA, you're willing to walk away. The reason being, you're probably in a stage right now where you're growing a lot as an editor. You're probably practicing a lot. If you're even in my community, if you're watching me, like bro, you're gonna improve a shit ton in the next few months. Like, think about when you first started editing, when you couldn't even import anything into Premiere, when you could barely even understand what like an MP4 file was. Think about you then compared to now, when at least you know a little bit here and there. You're probably going to improve exponentially going forward, right? And as you are going on that journey, you're probably going to want to make a lot more money. A lot of people talk down on money, and they have such a bad relationship with money. It's like they'll see someone else online talking about money or making the money they want, and they get pissed. It's like, how are you expecting to make money if you have a bad relationship to money? So what I'm trying to say is, you making money is a good thing, and in order for us to do that as an editor, the way we increase our prices, a lot of it comes down to leveraging older clients to get someone that's slightly better. So you'll work with someone with 50 subscribers, and then when you have that on your portfolio, you'll be able to work with someone with 100 subscribers, and then when you have loads of 100 subscriber channels, someone with 200 subscribers might trust you, and then 1,000, and then 10,000, then 100,000, then 1,000,000, then 10 million, and then you're working with the largest creators in the world. It's almost like a ladder where in order for you to go up to one level, you've got to go up all the other steps first. The problem is when you have that NDA in place, you're not able to leverage that client to go to the next step. It's almost like that step in the ladder is just completely missing, and you're trying to like reach up for the next step. So this is going to be like really unconventional advice. You might not agree with me. Your part of your brain is going to say that I'm wrong, but just take it from someone who has edited with the people that you would like to work with. And if there is anything that locks you down and stops you from getting the next client, don't sign it. That's NDAs. That's long-term contracts. Oh, 3 months contract, 6 months contract. Think about the last 3-6 months that you've been editing. Just think about the last few months, right? How much have you improved just over that time? You probably only found my channel recently, or maybe this is your first video. If you're new, like, what are you saying, bro? Like, I love you, bro. But you probably found my channel recently as fuck, and just think about how much you've been improving since then in editing. You are going to improve a fuck ton you going forward. Imagine you're not able to improve because you're stuck in a contract with a client that you've grown past and the pricing staying the same. You've improved your editing and now you're like 5 times better. You want to increase your prices, but your dumbass put your signature on a contract which locked you in for another few months. One of the worst mistakes I've ever made is I worked with someone with around 20 million subscribers. I think they're on around 30 right now, and I'm not allowed to say their name. I had this client over a year and a half ago. Imagine I was able to say that person's name and have that person in my portfolio and have that person on my Twitter, and I was able to show that I worked with this high level creator. Imagine how many more clients I would have gotten from that. But my dumbass signed a contract, an NDA, where I wasn't able to share that, and now I wasn't able to leverage that in my editing career and get a larger client. So I had to spend another 6 months of grinding for those larger clients, and sure, we got there in the end. I would have gotten there so much earlier. So what I'm saying is, sure, you can go through NDAs and still grow, but what I'm saying is that you can get where you want to go so much faster by not locking yourself in. And that makes sense, right? It's like, oh, but I want stability, I need like stable income. It's like, you're charging fucking 20-30 bucks right now for a video. Like, bro, I promise you making 20-30 bucks in the grand scheme of your career is gonna hurt your ego, but you're basically working for free. The difference between 0 and 20-30 bucks is not a lot, so you might as well basically just lose that client, because that will allow you to work with other creators. A year from now, you're gonna be working with guys that are genuinely paying you hundreds, if not thousands, not per month, but per video. I've gone to the point now where I'm charging over £1,000 per video. That's around 1,200. Like, I'm in that $1,000 to $1,500, $2,000 kind of area per video, and that might sound insane to you. You might be thinking that, oh, I would never want to do projects like that, they're so huge. Bro, these are the same 10-minute videos that I used to do for 50 bucks a few years ago. This work isn't any harder than what you're doing, bro. What's interesting is you are probably working as hard as me, yet my prices are 10, probably 100 times more than yours. And if that doesn't piss you off, if you don't feel like, what the fuck, like, I'm working like 6 hours a day, 7 hours a day, I'm balancing school, I'm balancing all these things, I'm trying to do editing on the side, and it's like, I'm working so hard, I'm grinding like I'm supposed to, but this motherfucker on the internet for some reason being able to charge so much more than me. It's like, yeah, a part of you should be pissed off, and it's like, yeah, use that as motivation to say that, okay, so this 20-30 bucks that I'm making right now isn't too important. I'm not gonna lock myself in a 6-month contract where I'm getting paid the same amount for the same low quality videos, and I know I'm gonna improve so much, but because I signed this thing, I'm not gonna be able to charge anymore. Like, obviously I'm not gonna lock that in. Like, I could improve so much. Like, who's this random CV, who's this random brown guy on the camera who thinks that he can charge so much? Nah, I'm gonna beat him in. Like, I want you to fucking say that shit, bro. There are so many editing creators right now. We won't name names because I don't give a fuck about internet beef. Like, I don't have time for that. But there's a lot of guys that try to say that they're helping you. They say that they're gonna help you edit, they're gonna give you these things to help you with your editing career, but I'll keep it so real with you. Most of them don't give a fuck about you, bro. Like, you're literally like a pawn in their chess game, and that should piss you off. Like, they literally make these quick like videos about editing and, oh, I'll give you $100 if you can edit my video. Like, I don't know how that doesn't piss people off. Like, you watching me as an editor, I'm assuming you're an editor as well, obviously you wouldn't be watching my content otherwise, but I'm trying to give you advice, and so are these other guys. But like, I don't know, man, those top 10 AI tools haven't really helped you much, mate, have they? Like, you can tell that those other guys that you might have watched in the past, or maybe you're still watching 1 or 2 of them now, most of them, they post just because they know your dumbass will click on a quick, easy top 10 ways to make 10k a month from video editing video. Like, you're not stupid though, innit? You're not stupid, but they're treating you like that. You can go onto my Twitter, you can scroll down all the way. I still kept every single post. These stories of me working with clients, me being on my Fortnite channel when I used to post my Fortnite videos and working at 15 bucks a video, me being on that shitty laptop which couldn't even run Discord, let alone Premiere. I was working on like these shitty softwares. I couldn't even afford a fucking computer, bro. So what I'd do is, I wanted to play keyboard and mouse for Fortnite, right? And because we couldn't afford a computer, I would would plug it into my PS4 and then play keyboard and mouse on PS4 and make videos on that. So basically, I didn't even start editing in Premiere, not even DaVinci, none of that, bro. I started editing in Share Factory. Share Factory is like the PS4's editing software. If you think editing right now is hard on Premiere, bro, imagine trying to fucking edit with a DualShock 4 controller. Like, it was hell. And then I had that school laptop that my dad got me, and then I worked on that for like 5-6 months. Literally every single day I'm editing for like 6 hours. This laptop was so bad. I've told this story before, but bro, to render a video, it would get so hot and it would crash. So what I had to do for my clients' videos is get them done, go to my kitchen, and then render it in the freezer. That's how bad my laptop was. And I made enough from that to buy the first PC, and then from that PC now I've got this trusty old thing where I basically just spent however much I want on it. And the reason I share everything on like Twitter and YouTube, I share my stories and I talk in this way to you is I know I'm not special, bro. You might not realize this, but me and you were a lot more similar than you think. We share a lot more of like a similar story, or maybe our morals are the way we think, and that's hard to come across, especially in real life, bro. Like, let's be real, how many people like from your school do you know that are watching a video about NDA contracts and you learning about how to make money as an editor? Bro, you're not normal compared to these people around you. The beautiful thing about like the internet, and I think this is I'm so glad we're born in this generation, bro, to think that you are watching me right now, whether it's on your PC, on your phone, like you're sitting in your room right now watching a video from a guy from the UK who somehow made it as an editor, and now he's teaching you how to do the same, and he's teaching thousands of video editors how to make money as an editor and get to the point where they no longer need to work a 9 to 5. Bro, I don't go to university anymore because I was able to basically take this shit full time. I've helped hundreds of video editors do the same through like coaching and even these videos. Like, I get messages of guys saying thank you for allowing me to like pursue this shit. Like, I'll go through like my YouTube comments sometimes, and it's just such a beautiful feeling, like seeing guys say that, oh yeah, like I'm pursuing this shit fully. Okay, this is me dedicating. Like, even if you were to go in the comments right now and say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna dedicate, almost like giving yourself accountability. So like this journey that you're on right now, this whole video editing venture, sure, you might have started as a hobby, you might have started it kind of on the side, seeing where it goes, but there's a lot more here than you think. You can kind of see this as almost like your calling, where I had this moment in a Twitter group chat. So there's this content editors group chat. It's literally the largest editors in the world, and I got invited to it while I was growing as an editor. I was only at like 400 followers, 500 followers at the time on Twitter, and I wasn't too active in there. But there was one day when I went on the chat, and these guys are all talking. They're all talking about how much they make per month. Someone asked a question, I'm waiting for the responses, and I'm thinking that they're lying. I'm seeing 4K, 6K, 8K, 12K, like these huge numbers that for me making 1,000 a month at the time, it's like I thought these guys were chatting shit. So you right now might have the limiting belief that like, oh, editing, there's not much in it. Oh, but AI might take over our jobs. It's like, bro, I promise you, AI is not going to take over your fucking job. If anything, AI is going to give you so many more opportunities. Let me explain why. This is so off topic now, but like a lot of people are worried about AI and shit. Let me talk to you. I don't give a fuck about retention. If all you wanted to know about was NDAs and shit, you can leave now. But the competition is going to become so much easier to beat. You're going to have this influx of hundreds of thousands of guys that are calling themselves video editors, but in reality they're running footage through some shitty AI software. And let's be real, AI is never going to get as good as a proper video editor because of the nature of being creative. Sure, AI machine learning, they can destroy someone who has labor skills. So like through like the industrial revolution, you went from guys in the factories who had to do manual like handwork, and now you've got a machine that replaced them. And then with copywriting, so copywriting is like, imagine video editing but with text. So it's like you writing emails, you writing like sales pages, things like that. AI basically took over that because it was getting better and better, and even now it's like the top copywriters, they're still making a fuck ton of money. The only people that got replaced were the shitty copywriters. The exact same thing is gonna happen with video editing. Like, bro, I'm gonna put my name onto this. I'm saying this with conviction, so you can mark my words. AI is going to change the industry, and you're either going to be in one of two groups. You're going to be in that group where you're getting replaced because your work was never good enough and you never focused on improving your work so that an AI can replicate your work. You can get replaced by a machine that just like picks up the crops for them. So there's going to be literally tens of thousands of video editors who had a job that now they got to go to work their 9 to 5. They've got to go back to university. They've got to go study normally again. Like, there's going to be people who lose their jobs because of AI 100%. But where that money is going to go is to that top 1%. Just like in physics, how energy cannot be destroyed or created, money can't either. Of course, it's like you have inflation and shit, and it's like, okay, money can be printed, but in terms of in the industry, if the money is going out of one place, it's going to another. If there's tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of video editors losing their jobs because an AI can replace them, that money is simply going to go to the top guys. Guys that were charging 3, 4, 500, they're going to be making more like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 per video. And the beauty of me telling you this now, coming from someone who's gone through through that journey and is currently like feeling the benefits. I'm reaping the benefits of loads of editors being replaced by AI, and me being in that small percent in the top who's actually making more money as AI is getting better and better. So take this from someone who's done it. Like, I'm telling you that you have the choice now to choose which group you're in. You're early enough to start getting better. You're watching videos like these, bro, and if you don't implement it, it's like you're gonna end up like most video editors who do get replaced. This journey that you're on can genuinely change your life. The money you make, past a certain point, it doesn't even feel real. I was speaking about this with one of my coaching clients, Eros. He's making like he's had several months where he's making over 10k a month. Like, I've been coaching him for over a year. He came to me when he was making like 500, 1,000 a month, and we kind of talk about it. We were talking yesterday on like a Discord video call. I was in a cafe and I'm just calling him for vibes, and he's from Portugal, right? So I don't know what the average salary is there, but it's a lot lower. I think it's like a couple $100 a month. I think he's literally making like 50 to 100x the average salary over there. When he buys shit for his girl, it's like he doesn't have to think. Like, he's going like to like on a holiday soon, bro. He didn't have to think before paying for it. His girl literally wanted to go, and he was telling me, he was like, I literally got my card out and I just bought it. Like, I just got the holiday. Like, money doesn't even feel real past a certain point. And for the people that follow me, you're probably similar to me if you watch my videos. Like, we're not crazy materialistic. It's not like, oh, I want to buy this designer jacket. Like, bro, I wear the same black t-shirt. Even though I'm wearing this hoodie now, I wear the same black t-shirt and chain every single day. I've got like 30 of these. I'm not a materialistic guy. But having the ability to just buy whatever you want, you not buying materialistic things, not because you can't, but because you genuinely don't want to. And if you wanted to, you could, but it's just not something you vibe with. I think that's such a powerful feeling, because let's be real, most people that say they aren't materialistic, it's not that they're not materialistic, it's just that they don't have a choice. Like, if you wanted to, it's not like you could. When you're on this journey that you're on right now, and you actually dedicate yourself to this, you gain that freedom. And I'm not gonna lie to you and say it's easy, but it is so fucking worth it. So if you do want to embark on that journey with me, if you want to join us and join this group of video editors that you're seeing that no longer see this as just like a little side thing where, oh, we're just manipulating a few pixels, but you genuinely want to take this far, we'd love to have you, bro. Like, you can scroll down right now, click the red subscribe button. My videos are going to be for you, and you can go click this video right here. This is going to be like a video that YouTube recommends, and yeah, most of my content is going to be for you, but I think you'd really like that one as well. But yeah, take care. Peace.